because there can be sometimes where Onyeka will be so clingy. Anywhere I'm walking, you just see her walking behind me. It just shows that she's fond of me and fond of her too. One of my biggest regrets is I wish we were closer. So I just told her that this is a Bbnaija. Me, I like Bbnaija. So thank you for teaching me in ways that you did not even know that you were doing. You're an intelligent woman. I wish you the best. Good men around you, more money. So I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. Who buy houses? Who buy cars? Who date good men? And the married ones that remain married.
A day to the finale, and Big Brother is still being a thoughtful Big Brother. From starting the day with a great treating the housemates to beautiful breakfast, courtesy of Dino Milk, to then preparing them to have the best moments they can ever think of. So just when the housemates were thinking the brief is to read another sponsor task, even I was thinking maybe we'll get to have a Viva sponsor task, but Big Brother said no. Big Brother told the housemates to get ready for a lunch, and not just a lunch, that this time around they should feel free to use the opportunity and tell their fellow housemates one or two things that they feel they need to discuss about. You know, yesterday was about the fallen heroes, although some of them utilized that opportunity to still speak about the present, that's the finalist, but this one was a special one just for them and for them. Big Brother decorated the garden area, giving it a heavenly look. In fact, the housemates on stepping in, they were wowed. And not just that, it was looking heavenly. The food too, there was enough to eat, drink, and munch on. And trust the housemates to start digging in immediately. Although the rain tried to mess up this lovely decoration, because at the end of the day they had to move to the other side of the garden area, that's the laundry side, because the rain became too much. But that was such a thoughtful one for Big Brother. Now let's move to the business of the day, which is the speeches the housemates gave to one another, starting with Ozee, who opened the floor. Ozee's first speech was to Anita. He told Anita that if there is anything he regrets not doing in the course of this journey, is the fact that he didn't build a closer bond and a stronger connection with you. That he tried to one or two times, but it wasn't just there. From the both of them having their issues like twice or so, to a total disconnection just happening naturally. But he just wants to let you know that you are the nicest and kindest person he have ever met. And not like, people at times tend to be nice because of what they will get from you, but you just do it naturally. And being on a competition like this and still being nice and kind is something very rare. That in fact, even Topher testified, telling him that he has never felt this kind of kindness in his life. That all he just wants to tell you is don't change, just increase the volume. Be the wonderful person you've always been, regardless of what comes in life. And it's just greatness from here. And to Nelly, Ozee said Nelly was one of the first person he bonded with in the house, that it's all come out of this their Abba story. Nelly could gist him and Ozee about growing up in Abba, and them as well tend to pretend like they grew up in Abba, giving their own funny side of living in Abba. That it all felt good, and he felt really bad when you had your injury, but he's glad it didn't stop you from shining in the show, that you're very competitive, always ready to get serious, even though you had the weirdest and most innocent laugh in the house, yet you know when to get serious. Seeing how you do at the arena and how you even celebrate others even when you don't win, except for the Guinness task where you felt like you were the one that deserved that. But generally, you are a good person, you are a nice person, that even when you're beefing or having a problem with someone else, it does not stop you from cooking and still sharing food to that person. That is something very beautiful to see. To Suj, Ozee said they connected easily right at the pool table, and it's like a brotherly connection, because Suj said he reminds him of an elder brother, and him seeing Suj like a younger brother. That even when people were complaining about how rude and uptight Suj looked and seemed, that he wasn't seeing all of that. All he saw was just a cool-headed, handsome guy trying to find his way in the house. And he's super proud of how Suj's journey has been and can't wait to see a better suit even outside of here. Ozee said when him and his brother were selected for this season, he knew definitely that a twin girls will be coming, but there was a twin he was expecting would be on the show and not Wanni and Handy, because he knew that Wanni and Handy already have their career bubbling and flourishing outside, so they might not be needing this, a platform like this. But coming in, and when they were about going into the stage, he just looked and he saw Wanni and Handy. He was super excited, like, oh, at least someone they already knew prior to this journey. It's a good thing you're coming into a new environment and you already know someone. So it was just like a continuation. But then that he's glad that they did this journey, because before now a misunderstanding happened between Bbnaija and Wanni X Handy, that this journey helped clarify that, and from here it's just greatness and better things, more money, more business on the outside. Ozee said he figured Ker quite early in the show. They bonded quickly. They started having banters over, when Ker says, oh, he's from Sapele, him and Osie will say they're from Pelesa, and they could banter about it, and Ker never got tired of bantering with the both of them. But what he observed is that Ker is such an uptight guy when needed, that you could joke about anything with him, but when you mention Cassia, at the mention of Cassia, he would charge and you see the other side of him. That one of his highlights in this house is becoming friends with Ker. He's a dancer, entertaining, intelligent. In fact, he found a lot of things about him very fascinating. That even when he had his suspicions about Ker and Cassia, and before they even found out, Ker was always there taking care of Cassia. And one of the reasons why it was difficult to even pinpoint, these two people, is because Ker was also like that with every other person, genuinely caring and always there to help people. And then to Victoria, Ozee said he knew Victoria before the show, that they even share mutual friends, that he knows a lot of people were surprised to see how they bonded easily and so fast in the house, but that was because they already know before now. That's Victoria is such an amazing person, a hard worker, that Victoria is strong, and in fact he was emphasizing on Victoria being a hard worker. I said he appreciates doing this journey with Victoria, that there is more, but he will tell Victoria all of that one-on-one. For Onyeka, Ozee said he does not even know where to start, but the point he knew that they were going to be friends was the next day during the immunity task. Just when him and his brother was about to go in for the task, Onyeka came to them telling them, see, I have an idea on what you will do right now and you will start trending. Just go in there. In fact, just walk in there and say, oh, I don't need this immunity. My brother and I do not need this immunity. Or even, go for it, get it and say, oh, we are giving this immunity to the checkers. That right at that point, he just knew he was going to be friends with Onyeka. But then he never visioned that it would be this way, to this extent. And with you, sometimes he wonder what this journey could have been without you. That he have learned so much. He has improved on so many side of it, so many things about him, and all because of you. That at times Suj look at them in a very funny way, but that's because Onyeka is very clingy and he's very okay with it because he know what they both share. Up next, we have Wanni. So Wanni said with Ozee, they've known prior to the show, but while on this journey, they didn't get to talk most times because although she's extroverted, she just had her people, which is Handy and Sean. But it took the both of them living, and he connected even way deeper with Ozee. And I loved that Ozee was always there to have conversation with her, even conversations that people will shy away from, like topics like sex. Ozee was there to even, discuss and even bring conversations to her, bring topics that they will discuss about. And he has learned a lot from Ozee. And outside of here, she knows they're going to make serious money. And then to Anita, she said right from day one, she was already a fan girl, because coming into the house and seeing Nelly and Anita wearing beautiful dresses, that she can remember running to them, giving them a hug and like, these girls, fine girls, good dress. And then she felt her aura, Anita's aura, that Anita is so pure, so kind, that even when she had issues with Sean, Anita will always tell her, feel free to tell people how you feel about them. Be open with how you feel. Just do it in a calm way. That Anita really played a huge role and a key part in whatever thing she did with Sean in the house, and she just wants Anita to remain the amazing person she is and remain the kind-hearted person that she is. For Nelly, just similar to Anita, saw her on the first day, fashion girl, saw her big nash, and being that she loves big nash, she just didn't know why she couldn't connect with her. They had their issues, but she just know that she's a strong girl, she's a positive energy person. And then when Nelly opened her bag and she saw wigs, that she screamed saying, "Oh, if anybody steal your wigs here, just know that it's me." That from your journey, from your story you shared with us, she can see that you are a very strong woman, and she just wants you not to relent, to being that good person that you are. And your food is so amazing. In fact, anytime you're in the kitchen, she just knows it's going to be a bang. She just be you and keep slaying. And then Suj, when he said Tofa, Sean, and Suj were the first handsome guys she noticed in the house. But then with Suj, there was this wall that she think Suj at that time didn't want anybody coming into him. And with the whole man them thing they were doing at that very moment, she felt maybe Tofa and Suj didn't like the fact that she was getting closer to Sean, because she in a kind of way made sure not to be closer and share all those their brotherhood gist and all of that. But then with Sandy and Sean living in the house, she began to connect with Suj. And honestly, it's a different person that she's seeing now. And she won't even deny the fact that Nelly coming into your life changed a lot. You became, a more lively Suj, and you're really an amazing person, very athletic, very competitive. He love how you perform at the arena. For Kelly Ray, she said she's very sure she's the last person to bond with Kelly Ray, because right there at the beginning of the show, she thought Kelly Ray hated her because of how rude he was to her. That in fact, Cassia always asked her, what did Kelly Ray do to you now? That they kept clashing, and she just felt that, hatred. But glad they connected, and she's seeing a new different person from what she had in her mind. And to Victoria, she said at the beginning of the game, she didn't just understand Victoria. In fact, she had to ask Sean, does this girl love you? Are you guys a thing? What's going on? Is it that she does not want me? But then a conversation happened between her and Victoria, and then she came to understand who Victoria truly is. And as time goes on, she began to pick herself. She began to even show herself that podcast thing that Victoria hosted really shocked her, because who could have thought? But all she just wants Victoria to know is that she's a smart girl, she's intelligent, she should just show more of herself, and she's wishing her all the best, more money, more good men in her life, success and all of that. So for Onyeka, Wanni said with Onyeka, it's been the most stressful connection ever, not a steady one. That's with Onyeka, she's still trying to know her, but what she knows is that outside of here, they are going to make real money. That Onyeka is one of the most intelligent and creative person to walk into this journey, into this house with them. And that is even why for every time Onyeka is talking about how scared she is moving to Lagos, she'll be like, baby girl, calm down, you've got this, you're intelligent, you will do well here. Yes, Lagos is a jungle, but you are a hunter, you will do it, so you shouldn't even be worrying yourself. Although in the journey at some point she got jealous of Onyeka because of how clingy Onyeka was with Sean, but it's all cool now. They are beginning to know themselves, they are beginning to know each other better, and they will even do greater things outside of the Bbnaija house. Okay, so to move to the next person, which is Onyeka, we'll have to do that in a second video. Please do well to watch the next video after this very one, and don't forget to like, comment and share if you're finding this quite engaging and interesting. Okay, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.